Kia ora, I'm David Chester with 90 at 9, brought to you by unrest.co.nz. This week at Everything You Need to Know in 90 seconds at 9 o'clock, with news of growing and spreading unrest in China, even in some key cities. But first, Americans finished their Thanksgiving holiday over the weekend and then turned their attention to shopping. It looks like the huge Black Friday retail event won't have quite the impact it once did, but it will still be important and markets will react to retailer sales reports. Early indications are not auspicious, however. Online shopping, however, has hit a record for the day, in nominal terms at least. And as we forecast a few days ago, China's pulled the trigger on lowering its bank reserve ratio requirements by 25 basis points effective from December the 5th, releasing around $500 billion yuan in long-term liquidity in an attempt to boost economic activity. And China's industrial profits were officially reported to be 3% less in October than a year ago, a slightly steeper decline than in September. And social unrest is boiling over in China from the endless lockdown pressures. It started when crowds took to the streets in Xinjiang's capital of Urumqi, and in Beijing, under a lot less COVID pressure, some residents under their lockdown staged smaller scale protests. And there were aggressive protests in Shanghai over the weekend as well. Now other cities are reporting unrest. And Singapore saw its industrial production rise in October from September, and more than expected, but it wasn't enough to avoid a year-on-year dip. And the Financial Times is reporting that property catastrophe reinsurance premiums are set to soar as several companies have been forced out of the market after another year of extreme weather. The January the 1st renewals may see premiums up more than 30% on top of inflation's adjustment. And the US Treasury 10-year yield starts today at 3.69% and unchanged. And the price of gold will open today up $2 at $1,755 an ounce. This is almost exactly the same as this time last week. And oil prices start today down 50 US cents and just on $76.50 a barrel in the US, while the international Brent price is just under $84 a barrel. These levels are $2 lower than a week ago. And the Kiwi dollar would open today at 62.5 US cents, up almost 1 cent from this time last week. Against the Australian dollar with little change at 92.6 Australian cents. Against the euro was still firm at 60.2 euro cents. That all means our trade weight index starts today at 71.3 and up 70 basis points in a week. Get more news affecting the economy in New Zealand from unrest.co.nz.